Looking towards coastline. Ooh, it looks like we're loading into Consulate at the minute.
Is that correct?
Which I will get clarification for you if we're on the correct map or not. For the time being, let's work as if we are on Consulate. So we're going to be looking at the bands here, and we have got a Blackbeard band coming in. No major surprise. Very powerful operator from that from the balcony or from the B single windows. So no surprise to see him gone. Ying again, quite a powerful operator. So looking towards the defensive bands now.
So yeah, this looks pretty similar to what we've seen, and yes, the confirmation that we have is it is supposed to be Consulate and not Coastline. What's the score? 5-0 casters?
I think it might be.
I think it's something like that. But hey, we will continue on. Only just a map change, but at least Alex, for the first time, he didn't make a mistake.
That's fantastic news.
I'm so proud of him. He's really come a long way since last week.
He's growing into his position.
But hey, as we move in to Consulate, yes, we had the whole thing about Coastline. It is Team Secret's map. You take them on that, you're stupid. Consulate, yes, you may have a little bit more of flexibility and a little bit more of leeway. Yes, we can certainly see that Consulate isn't as strong as what Coastline. Still strong enough for Secret to play. But Flylo may surprise us, just like we did see Who Knows.
They certainly might. That being said, we've seen Secret play on Consulate. I think it was last season that we saw them, and it could have even been at LAN finals. I can't quite remember what the fixture was, but Leon had an absolute field day. He was dropping hatches left, right and centre on the roam. He was picking 2Ks, 3Ks around yellow stairs, and really had an absolute field day. So that's something that they're going to have to shut down. I think we're going to have to see methodical clearance from Flylo. You know, they're going to have to be, particularly on the lower floors, they're going to be, when they're on the attack, going to have to moving in, clear top floor, clear middle floor, and they're really going to have to deal with those roamers. But that being said, they're on the defence first of all, so they're going to have 6 rounds to see what they can do. What do you think about some early aggression demo? Maybe a little spawn peek here or there, maybe unexpected, just try and put Secret on the back foot a little bit?
Well, they're bringing in ACOG, so that always kind of leads you into believing that. Wow. Well, 6-0? Man City, Chelsea? Are we Man City? Maybe.
I think we know that, don't we?
I think we are. But yeah, we move in, looking at, they have ACOGs, that's available for them to certainly play with. And then we will also have Joker there on the Pulse. I love Pulse, especially for a map like Consulate, simply because, yeah, sure, you can see 4 from below, everybody knows that, but it's the early information gathering that you can play him. Joker, lurking in towards that east side, you can play him down inside of Archives, and you can pulse to see if anybody pushes in towards those windows towards admin. If you see 5 heartbeats, okay, admin push, everybody set up for an admin take. If you don't, okay, yellow stairs take, everybody set up for the yellow stairs, and that's because there is only 2 ways you can push this bomb site.
Yeah, that being said, Joker needs to keep himself alive in the early rounds. Something that we saw last week was Joker picking up the opening death 4 times out of 8 rounds. So that's something that he certainly needs to improve on this week, especially if he's going to be playing that Pulse, because it's so important to have that information, but then also that potential for a nitro into the late round here if we're going to see a site push and a diffuser going down. Sassy, that sleeper player that I picked up on, getting that first kill there, headshot onto Plebmer, and that's going to take the Thatcher off the board. So again, that's directly benefiting him. It's going to keep some of his goo mines in place. That being said, Leon is going to move in with a headshot of his own onto Tristan. Rook's job largely done at this point with those armour plates dished out, but it is going to be an ACOG off the board, which can be important. There's a lot of long angles to hold down on this top floor. Lem's getting the kill onto Alison Tyler, bringing us 4 versus 3, and wherever Flylo end up in a man deficit, that is when they're going to start struggling.
There's still a lot of utility not being used by Team Secret. Stiz still has all of his 6 Kairoses. He could try and open up in towards that main B bomb site from the yellow stairs. There's also then frag grenades being established by LM. Smoke canisters come in, and here comes the execution. Meatbee has the diffuser and will try and plant right beside that reinforcement. Stiz inside of bathroom along with Leon pushing aggressively in towards connector. Double for Stiz. LM's TK is Leon. Starting the Joker. He does manage to get the C4 kill onto the planter, but there's been way too much time left on the board for the players of Team Secret. Joker will have to try and pulse his way, but good establishing, knowing that he cannot rotate in the bathroom quick enough. The diffuser will be down, and need to finish the deal. And that will be Team Secret with a very quick first round.
Yeah, running face first into that nade. Unfortunately, not much he could do. A little bouncer off the wall there from esl.im just to predict that movement back up yellow stairs. I think at that point they probably knew that it was a pulse below. They'd had the C4 kill on the planter, who was Meepy, so they knew that it was going to be somebody below that they had to finish off. So not a bad guess from esl.im's there that he would rotate back up those yellow stairs. Always worth a little punt. So Team Secret very comprehensive there. They did lose, you know, 3 men, but that being said, Stiz moving in, getting a good couple of quick kills just to fire that round along, and that's going to be first one in the books for Team Secret.
Another operator that has been let through is going to be that Mira. Quite surprising that we are seeing the Mira being let through still. I think that Mira for that particular bomb site would have been great. I really do wonder what's happening tonight.
Yeah, we've certainly seen some different bans to what we'd normally expect, but we're not really then seeing it utilised. You know, like you say, the mirrors slipped through both times on Consulate and then not really been picked. We saw Nello using a down on the garage site, but apart from that, not really sort of taken advantage of at all. No Valkyrie either, you know, so again, but of course she is banned this time, but again, not too much use the first time out. But looking towards round number 2 then, we're going to have another console defence coming out from Flylo, and we're going to see Sassy and Allison at the moment at least looking to hold admin. Sassy once again trying to get aggressive. We can see those barricades have been knocked out, looking for that potential early spawn peak, but we will see Team Secret once again spawn over at the yellow side. No surprise given how successful that push was last time.
Personally, the Echo ban on Consulate, I don't think it's as strong compared to other maps. Simply because, for the top floor, there's not that many good Echo positions. Sure, Garage is the exception where you can hide it underneath White Van, but that's only one bomb site. Also, Lobby isn't as strong either. But whenever IQ is still available to be picked, I think she just makes such an easy way with the Echo drones, and really an operator which I think does a great job with the Echo drones, and that's why sometimes I wouldn't mind leaving the Echo drone in to be picked, because not only can you use it yourself, but if you are constantly bringing an IQ, you have a player who can play that operator, then really Echo drone shouldn't give you a problem unless you are on that basement attack.
Alison Tyler just holding the angles from bathroom here, stopping that yellow stairs push at the minute. Almost half of the round burnt, so great plays from the Jaeger so far. Plebma just holding the angle on that bathroom window, just not allowing him to rotate out of there. And what a shot from Sassy to take Leon off the windows, but as he does that, Meepy and Stiz coming out with 2 of their own. Joker will square things away with the kill onto esl.im, so that's going to leave us 3 versus 3 now. And Flylo certainly holding their own at the minute. You know, they're not being rolled over, and they are making a game of this, which is what we like to see. Secret now rotating over to the admin side. You can see there's no defensive operators positioned in there anymore. Tristan is potentially going to get himself caught out outside of the copy room here, but I'm not sure if Stiz actually knows that he's there. Tristan will move for the challenge, but Stiz will outgun him. He will then outgun Sassy as well. So that leaves us 3 versus 1. Joker all alone. Once again, he's going to go for that nitro toss. He does put it out there, but he hasn't triggered it yet. He will do so, but it was just a little bit far away from the plant in order to get the kill, and the plant will go down successfully. He's just going to spray that soft wall, not managed to get anything, and Stiz will move out for his 3rd of the round to finish things off. Great plays from Secret. Stiz really firing them on mid-round there.
Whenever Secret, well, we'll call it their dark days, whenever they did do very poorly inside of the Pro League, where they only got 1 win out of potential 7, and they did lose 6 of those. And whenever there was fans calling out for there needs to be a roster change, whenever I seen people comment saying Stiz should be the one to go, I sit there and still wonder, why on earth would you ever want to remove this man? I have said for a long time, he is one of the most underrated players on this side. He does so much work for them in so many different ways. It's not easy being a hard support operator and do the things he does. We've seen him clutch up with Habana. We've seen him do it with Smoke. He is the complete package to rely on, and he's a big crutch for Secret, and well, he shows it so many times at Prem, and well, don't even get me started what he's like in LAN.
Honestly, he'd be one of my first picks to put in a clutch situation, get him on the smoke shotgun. I've seen him, I've cast him do it so many times. Like you say, I think he did it twice at Prem finals. Absolutely ridiculous player on smoke defensively, and I think you're right there. I think his contribution to the team is somewhat underestimated sometimes. I'm sure they're going to be keen to keep hold of him. So moving into round number 3 then, we're going to see a change of site this time. Not too much of a surprise. Flylo losing console office twice on the bounce, so they will be moving down to garage this time. We do have Thermite available, but he's not going to be brought. He was banned out the first time that we saw Consulate tonight, but it is available this time. We're going to see Stiz on the Hibana, so that's going to allow at least some opening of the garage door, but it might signal an alternative push from Team Secret.
Yeah, I think that Consulate does, for the most part, fit under really 2 pushes you can only go for. And that's either you go for a front push or a back push. You can say the same for garage, you can say the same for top floor. Maybe you could say differently for lobby, but for the 2 most majority played bomb sites, it really is take your pick. For the most part for garage, yes, open up the wall, you run in, you plant standard as you like. I'm curious that Team Secret are not putting more pressure in towards that piano. Piano's a crucial position, not just for attackers, but for defenders as well. If you're a defender and you have control of piano, you can simply open up above the plant location. That completely nullifies the defuse trying to happen. If you're an attacker, you can remove multitude of different angles that the defenders want to try and stay in to deny your plant. Sassy, aggressive, eliminates LMs, and with the shotgun up close and personal, the smoke will find one. Actually, I think it was the mute in that situation.
It was indeed 5 versus 3 then coming into 1 minute 50 remaining. Stiz has managed to get the garage door open with the Hibana quite early, but not in a way that he's going to be able to move through. I don't think there could be a vault potential, but certainly not something you want to do in a rush. He's going to have to clear a couple of people out there. He's just holding angles and then I think moving up to clear into top floor, because we can see we've got Alice and Tyler on the roam still with that mute, and it's certainly a danger to leave him out there on the mute. We've got Plebma just moving into that round desk area, and we've got the Pulse of Joker. It's still just feeding that information back in, as you commented on at the beginning demo, just saying how powerful that is. Looks like he's you know, downstairs, and again he's just going to fed that back to Sassy, and how about that for teamwork? Gets the kill onto Plebma, but that'll be traded out by Stiz, so that's going to leave us now 4 versus 2 in favour of Flylo, and they could well be on the way to the first round here.
A little bit sloppy from Team Secret. They didn't put enough pressure on clearing out of those roamers whenever they realised, yeah, we can't just safely go for a plant in towards the garage if there's still people lurking above who can't open up above us and stop us. Stiz and maybe if any 2 players could do it, it could be these 2. These have the most successful clutch rates going for Team Secret in majority. Stiz being an outstanding member who will make anything out of anything he can. Stiz trying to look in towards the spiral, and well, he meet Alice and Tyler lurking inside a bench hallway. Down to maybe 15 seconds to go. Has diffuser, sure could get the plant off, but too many bodies on the board for Flylo. It's just a matter of time. So he vaults on in through. I'm sure the tags will come out momentarily from that Maestro camera. Quick peek should come in. 5 seconds to go. Tries to stick to defuse, but really all for naught. As maybe will find quicks, but doesn't have enough time, and Joker will clean up house. And well, just lacking from Secret, but good roam game from Flylo. They took the kills they could, and they played off it extremely well. Yeah, very well played there. I'd like to highlight the teamwork between Joker and Sassy. We saw Joker on the pulse there down on bottom floor, just scanning out. Sassy up on the top floor with the hatches open, and obviously those locations were just being fed into Sassy, and he managed to get a very nice vertical kill. So excellent team play there from Flylo on the roam. But that being said, Team Secret did a very good job of trading that out and just dealing with those roamers, but it wasn't enough ultimately. They'd already lost a couple of men. I'm sort of questioning possibly not bringing the Thermite there. You know, as you've said, Piano is still a very important location. You've got to clear it out, especially when you've got mute shotgun and things like that on there that can open the floor up and defend from there. But I think just getting those Thermite charges on and opening that garage door wide open, even if you don't intend to push in through there, it just applies so much pressure directly to site because it cannot be ignored after that point. So it just takes the defender's eye off the ball a lot of the time, and it can open up some powerful
powerful angles for you. So I'd maybe like to see them try that if we get back down to garage again.
I think they were still predicting the top floor. That's why they bring Hibana. Thermite really is pretty useless in terms of how he uses his Thermite charges. There's really no safe location he can use those. And even if you're talking about the lobby, doesn't really do much there either, so it is a safer bet. There's only one bomb site that Thermite is good for, and that is open up the garage. In terms of probability, there's more than likely a 33% chance that they will pick up that bomb site if you're talking about the 3 main bomb sites. Sure, yes, there is a 4th one that archives, but we really never see that bomb site being played. We've seen Secret play it once, I believe this season. Maybe last season as well. I'm pretty sure I have seen them do it, where they brought the Clash. But other than that, yeah, they really haven't done anything over towards that side of the map.
No, so we're going to see a console hold again. Flylo have lost this defense twice, and we're going to see a quick early kill from Leon Gids there onto Quicks. So that's going to take one off the board, and it's the Maestro. That is an unfortunate operator to lose so early in the round. His cameras are now locked in position, whether that be useful or not, and they've also lost a really powerful gun in the Alder with the ACOG, especially for this top floor site, which again I've said, those long angles can be so powerful. If you can keep that Maestro in or around Connector, in or around Yellow Stairs, can really dominate both of those sites from there.
Another thing to keep in mind as well, wow, that's a good need coming in from LMs. He's been very proficient on those frags, and the down will come in, drone comes in, that'll be an easy clean up. Stiz also finds that roaming Vigil, good operator to get rid of, could really uphold this entire defense from the Ashes. But still, it will go in favor of Team Secret, as essentially this is going to be a 2 versus 4. Another thing you need to point out is that they did lose Maestro early on. We don't know if Maestro managed to turn his cameras looking in the correct position. I'm pretty sure everybody's been there, where your Maestro cameras, you forgot to turn them in a correct position. It gives no intel whatsoever. Hopefully Speeds has done that, but if he hasn't, well, they are lacking on the intel quite heavily. Sassy will be down inside of the connector, and it leaves all hopes on Tristan, who doesn't get anything. Massive round from LMs, the Frenchman does the job, and Team Secret battle on, and they take round number 4.
Comprehensive from Team Secret there, I think, is a fair description. Started early, finished early, just moved in, got the Maestro. I think they took at least 3 or 4 of those kills from outside the map. They didn't even really put boots into the objective. They didn't need to. They just used those windows, which can be so powerful on Consulate, and there was no real challenge that Flylo did or could make. And we see Stiz there on 8 and 1, absolutely flying so far. LM's just moving to challenge him a little bit, 4 and 2 after that last round, which was a good one for him. We're going to be heading down to lobby this time for Flylo. Not too keen to return to console again, which is not too much of a surprise because they really have been getting dominated up there. I'm not too sure how well this is going to go, because a lobby hold is not too dissimilar to a console hold. You really do need to keep control of that top floor. You need to have a couple of roamers up there, and that is something that they've been struggling to hold so far. I'd expect Secret to get themselves in, admin and Yellow Stairs, push through, clear top floor, and probably make a quick job of this one.
Well, essentially for the lobby, you can attack this the exact same way you would naturally attack a console office defense. And the reason why, naturally, you want to take control of upstairs if you are attacking lobby and piano, simply because there's a heck ton of destructibility in terms of floor. You can open up in towards the circle desk, no defender can play there. You can also open up in towards A-bomb and deny the access from there. The only thing which is a little bit difficult to get a hold of and get a grip is going to be in towards that bathroom area. But sure, hey, you watch one door, it nullifies anybody wanting to rotate. So you essentially repel on what would be the B windows from upstairs, you take control of yellow, you clear out, this time, less defenders, because there should be really only at least 2. And then you just kind of work it from there. You get a Lems in, has the sledgehammer, can start working, and then you eventually squeeze everybody into a massive kill feed, and that's really how you play in towards a mid-floor defense.
Yep, we've got Stiz up on the skylight. Looks like he's going to take a bit of damage off Sassy and push him into the line of sight of Pledmer, who's playing those console windows very well, just looking to clear out any rotations on the top floor. So that's now going to leave just one man up there there defending that top floor, and I'm sure Secret are going to start applying some pressure. Meepy has taken some damage here, and he's going to just be looking to take that static cam out, which he will do, and I'm sure the top floor push is going to start coming from Secret very soon. Tristan just playing at the bottom of Spiral Stairs as it stands on that vigil. Going to be difficult to draw out, but with only 25 health, I'm sure he's not going to be too keen to be challenging any of these Secret players. We can see now 4 men moving into top floor. They've got 2 defenders ahead of them, and if they clear these out, it really will be all she wrote. Pledmer gets his second kill on the round for Alison Tyler, and that will leave us now 5 versus 3, and Secret taking some strong control of top floor here. Looking to push towards that last man in admin then. I think Leon knows that he's there. He's just hanging between the copy and the admin rooms, but it's going to be difficult to shift. Leon puts out the logic bomb, so he might just catch him on the phone there. Joker does have that pulse scanner, but doesn't seem to be using it. Doesn't want to come off his gun at the minute. Has to keep that ADS up because he knows he's due to be challenged probably any time now. Does he know that Leon's hard left? Yes, he does, but he will peek away just at the wrong time, and Leon gets that kill onto Joker, and that is now top floor control along with 3 kills in favour of Team Secret. Stiz moves in through the main door for the plant, and that's going to leave us now 4 versus 1 as Stiz gets the plant down. Meepy gets a kill. Leon finishes off with the kill onto Tristan, and that is another comprehensive round from Team Secret.
Well, that's what you basically do. That's how I explained it. You take control of upstairs, you clear out any remaining defenders who may be wanting to try and sacrifice their lives to hold that as long as they can. Once you do that, everything falls into place. You start opening up hatches. Nobody can really retake a bomb site if you have upstairs control. Plant goes down at that main double door, and what we've talked about, as soon as that diffuser gets planted at that double door, it is one of the most hardest retakes in terms of bomb sites. You can say the same about Garage. There's a lot of bomb sites in this particular map, which is extremely hard to retake as a defender.
Yep, that lobby, the only thing that you ever see go wrong really is, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes the diffuser gets planted a little bit tight inside the corners, and it does afford the defenders a lot of protection when they are retaking and counter diffusing. But that being said, you know, all you've got to do is plant it a foot or 2 away from the walls and you're pretty much safe there. So we're going to be heading back down to Garage for round number 6. It's the one location that Flylo have been successful on the defence so far. However, this time we see the Thermite of Meepy. They've predicted the site. They were pretty confident that they weren't going to go back up to console office. They were missing the Thermite last time. That much is for sure. I think we're probably going to see a different outcome this time. If they can move in and get that garage door open, it's going to apply so much pressure, and I think they're going to struggle.
Still no mirror, especially for this bomb site. Especially whenever Team Secret, they open up the garage wall 9 times out of 10. That's how they play. You cannot get rid of that mirror window from above. There's no sledgeable position unless you have a very good nade tosser, which actually would work pretty well because Flylo haven't managed to uphold themselves with an ADS. So yeah, looking at it, there is potential here.
Yep, got to have a good nade tosser. So moving into round number 6 properly then, 30 seconds in, we've got no kills on the board so far, but as you can see, that garage door is wide open and things just got an awful lot more difficult for Flylo now. We've got Tristan and Joker pretty much wedged in that pipes corridor in between the pipes and the double door there. They're going to struggle to move back through because those angles are now going to be held from double door. We see Joker just moving to get that pulse scanner going from the archives area, but again, there's not going to be too much information for him to feed back. We've got Stiz and Leon in above now in piano, but Sassy is upstairs. If they're not aware of this, it could be dangerous. He's just playing the hatch there. He's going to be patient, but he could have a big impact here.
Another great thing, they still have Joker alive, and he's feeding information to Sassy. He can say, one coming in towards piano, one in antechamber. Sassy knows exactly where to look, where he expects the fight to come. However, Joker has been seen from an angle. Sassy drops, wastes all of his shots. That's a yikes. As we head in to nearly the final minute or so. Stiz also looking for one more, however, no, Tristan will win that gunfight, but doesn't matter, as Secret have completely infested the bomb site. Joker with 1, but also gets downed in the process. Tristan, 2 HP in a dream, who will manage to find the final kill. Plebma runs in with the pistol. And Team Secret see the opportune moment, and they go for it. Sassy.
Plebma, as you said, had a good week last week, and as I suggested, you know, really taking the opportunity here against Flylo to get his legs really moving, get some pace up, and he's getting some kills under his belt now, and I think that's going to make him a dangerous prospect for round 6 and beyond. As you can see there, 4 and 3, doing very well, keeping up with Meepy, Alems, Leon. You know, he's definitely in the mix, and that's what I like to see. Plebma really growing into the Premiership last week and this week.
So now we will have the halftime split, and it will be then Team Secret having the available mirror for themselves on the defense, which I do love, because simply, I don't think Flylo have played against the mirror for a while. You know, that's obviously one of the most bad operators that we see throughout the game, simply because she just provides intel.
Yep.
If you look at the top 5 band operators for a map like Consulate, they all gain intel. You could say the same about anywhere and any map. You know, top 3, Maestro, Echo, Mira, they all gain intel. That's the name of the game.
It's so important in a game like Siege with one-shot headshots, and guys playing like Team Secret with their level of mechanical skill. It is one of the most important things. If they're getting clear call-outs, you know, quite an easy call-out, somebody moving through yellow stairs door now, they're going to hit that headshot 9 times out of 10, and that is why information is so important. If they know where a player's coming from, they're going to win that challenge almost every time.
And another thing as well, in the past I think just this split entirely, looking at it, the diffusers haven't really been planted as often as what we've seen compared to way back in Season 8, where planting was everything. Nowadays, we don't really see plants all too often. You know, there has been matches at the Invitational where there was not a single plant. Stuff like that does happen. And whenever you are playing into that more aggressive playstyle where you want to go for the frags rather than go for the plant, Mira's the perfect operator to shut down any aggression from those main attackers, like an Ashe, like a Blitz, for example. But then again, as you can see, Plebma does the exact same thing and does shut down Quicks straight away. So no Blitz on the board left for them. That was just a very weird play for the Blitz. He's in the bombs. He's pretty much just in the bomb side 2 minutes, but he just died. There's not much really that you can say.
He did indeed. So we are...
Oh, James Bond. Oh no.
Double us.
Oh, wow. Got tips from no thumbs.
Very unfortunate. Coming into 2 minutes remaining, Steez will get the second kill of the round, so that's Blitz and Zafia off the board. Joker will get one back onto Leon Gidge using those nades of Buck, and that's going to take the Legion off the board, so that's going to remove some utility in the shape of those goo mines. 4 versus 3 in favour of Secret now, and Steez managing to challenge Tristan and get another kill on the board. Sassy moves in with a double kill. Plebma and Steez being taken down, and that will bring us to a 2 versus 2 now, but Joker is quite low on health, probably 2 bullets at the most will finish him off. Sassy still on full health, but we've got Meepy on the dock. He's going to be able to use that ACOG for the long angles, and Alems is just going to look to move towards those single windows and challenge anybody on the rappel.
Meepy just holding strong. Alems, he's got the call out, knows that nobody's really going to pressure him from any other way except from the yellow, but we may see a quick switch of plans for Flylo. Sassy has rotated in towards Spiral, and Joker may be joining him. He's not entirely sure where he wants to go, as he could be looking to push up Spiral, which I think may be the play. Instead, rotates in towards the Visa and is looking for the server stairs. Alems has been downed, but he will get picked up by the dock. That's the advantage of having that stim pistol, especially for a long-range map like Consulate. 30 seconds takes us in, as the defuse is still yet to be planted, and they're not even in the bomb site either. Joker pushing in towards the A doorway, Sassy still on Spiral. Both of them with such low HP, and they have to go against the free armors who are still very healthy indeed. No C4 on the side of the Mira. Sassy does creep in under the cover of the smoke, but the smoke just disappears right in front of his eyes, and that will be the kill coming in favor of Team Secret as they go on a match point.
Great patience from Team Secret there, showing their experience. You know, they had a strong man advantage, brought back to 2 versus 2, and they didn't panic. They just held their angles. They knew they had powerful positions. They managed to get esl.im back on his feet with the dock, and you know, it just all came together nicely. And then they managed to finish off Joker and Sassy there towards the end. Stiz having a fantastic game, 11-3 so far. Certainly the man to be stopped here, but I'll be honest, I don't see Team Secret being stopped anytime soon.
Well, if you are a Who Knows fan, you're certainly dancing away, I think, and certainly all of the Who Knows players are very happy seeing this result, and let's just make things even more interesting for next week. Yeah,
it certainly does. I mean, I did some quick calculations beforehand. If Team Secret would have won 7-0, then Who Knows getting a 4-round victory would have won it for them. I think that'll now be pushed to a 5-round victory potentially, because Flylo have picked up 1 round. But don't quote me on that. We'd have to look at the actual figures. But it's somewhere around there. A 7-2 win, I think, would pretty much see Who Knows through.
Just for the most part, all Who Knows need to do is beat Flylo, and also if Flylo then beat Who Knows. So that's what it comes down to. That's the big match.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
Round difference goes out the window. Round difference doesn't matter in that match. It's just whoever gets the points. Yep. Even if it's a draw, then yes, round difference will be decided by that way. But then, still we move on in, and maybe Flylo can start clawing back some rounds, and if it does come down to that scenario, then hey, they have something to fall back on, but really it's a do or die next week.
It certainly is, and it's going to be an absolute barn burner, I'm sure. Sassy managing to get the challenge onto the spawn peak of Leon Gids there. He took a lot of damage in order to do so, but an important first kill, getting Doc off the board. That's some important utility that's taken with him as well. Those 3 stim shots, now 120 HP taken off the board, as well as the Doc's life itself. We're going to have Steez just playing in admin there as the Capcan. He's going to be looking for a potential nade, not a nade toss, a nitro toss out that window. There it goes. It won't connect, however, even though there was somebody on the rappel. And he's just going to move away from admin now and give up that location, but that's a minute wasted before he does so. And again, they're just going to look to hold this top floor for as long as they can, so that they stop that top floor pressure onto the lobby side.
So at the moment from Flylo, they have decided to go for the glass setup. They've picked operators to support said glass. They have smoke canisters. They also have Dokkaebi, which of course is going to be a very big operator to disrupt the flow that Team Secret want to try and establish. Stiz will start having an engagement with said glass. Could just toss out a Toxic Wave. That would almost indefinitely incapacitate the glass, because it's a very small area that you can really stand on. Instead, just goes for the safe drop, and esl.im does fall back down. Maybe it manages to find one onto Sassy, a 4 versus 4, and Stiz still playing upstairs as a Capcan. It's weird seeing him anybody but smoke. It really is.
Yeah, it certainly is. Especially Capcan, it's an operator that we don't see very often. He's going to be hit with that Jackal track as well now, so he just heads back into sight. Meepy doing some work this round and gets the kill onto Alice and Tyler, so that brings things back in favour in terms of man count for the first time for Secret in this match point round. It's going to put them 4 versus 3 now. esl.im's going to be hitting the hatch with those smoke canisters. He's going to move upstairs to possibly just try and challenge that top floor. There's no flank watch been put in place here onto the spiral stairs, so it is going to allow esl.im's up there, and he will get a fantastic headshot on the SMG onto Joker, but he will be traded out by the Glaz of Quicks, and that leaves us now 3 versus 2. 35 seconds to go. Tristan does have the diffuser in hand, but it is not going to be easy from here. We've got Plebma just holding a very tight angle inside that main door there, ready to challenge if that diffuser does start going down. And we're going to see a run out from Steez here. I think they're fairly confident that the players left are at front door, but Meepy will get there before Steez can, and he will finish out the game for Team Secret. 7-1. No major surprises there for us.
Yeah, a bit of a repeat from what we have seen in the past from Secret. Pretty much just Flylo playing basically how they did last week, and it's just Team Secret M&M proving to be so dominant that we've known for such a long time. But hey, Flylo, you tried your best, but Team Secret just proved to be too best.
Just too strong, but I think for the Who Knows players, they would have been watching that game and they would be quite happy, quite satisfied and quite content knowing that they didn't take too many rounds on the board. And next week, not going to be too tough for them now, but for that match, you know, Flylo, we didn't really see too many improvements compared to their last week's game, did we?
I personally thought last week was stronger for them.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Looking at it.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think they had a better performance last week. As we keep saying, they are a reasonably new team. They've got a lot of work to do yet to grow as a team together. So, you know, we are going to have this lack of consistency for them. It's absolutely no surprise. And coming in against a team like Team Secret, there's so many mind games and mental games as well that go on. You know, it's always going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, it always will be, especially against a team like Team Secret. No matter who you are in the UK scene, it's pretty down. We talk about it all the time, say the same thing, but it is the truth, you know, nothing much more we can say. And the second half, Team Secret, they had a really strong showing in that defensive side.
I think it's just the way Consulate's being played. It is very defender-sided map, the way you have. And just go back and watch what I said about the first matchup with everything we talked about in Consulate. So many things that go in favour if you are a defender, and still, Mira being allowed through, it's a very big shift in the meta at the moment, especially for the UK scene. We don't know how this will possibly be played out during the Pro League season. We will find out very soon as that comes back, coming into next week as well. So certainly keep your eyes peeled for that. And we'll see really how things really do establish, and will any UK teams adapt to how the big boys are doing it.
Indeed, you know, we're seeing a lot of growth. We're seeing, you know, some really good players coming through. We're getting more and more players into Challenger League, etc. Like you say, it's now just about taking that next step and adapting further.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, and, you know, I said it before, they need to make some kind of impact in the first couple of weeks. Flylo, like, if they had at least a few more rounds on the board, it would have been okay for next week, a little bit more confident, but, you know, the pressure's really on them. It doesn't matter what the score's going to be. We know there's a good chance Who Knows could take this, because they've shown such considerable improvement each time round. So, you know, map choice is going to play a massive factor. How they're going to play overall is going to be a massive factor. How Flylo will be on the day, because the pressure's on them at the end of the day. They're the ones who can have to really stomp things out. They may think to themselves, oh, we need to win by 4 or 5 rounds or something like that. But, you know, that's going to be very hard against a team like Who Knows, who almost took down M&M earlier.
There's a lot of, I think, ifs and buts really to look at it. Sure, you're playing completely different matchups. You're playing completely different teams with completely different play styles. And whenever they go against each other, it's up to the teams. It's all about how you play on the day, just like regular sports. If possibly a player isn't feeling how he wants to play, then that will affect. If everybody's up for it and ready for a fight and they're all feeling good, they're all hitting their targets, then hey, that's all you need.
Would you agree with that, Tim?
Yeah, I think, you know, that's it. It's just about building that chemistry, you know, and everybody knowing what their part in the team is, everybody knowing where they need to be, how they need to be there, and what they need to be doing.
Yeah, because we've talked about Plebman in the past as well. We've spoken over the last few weeks, but in this week, he's getting better and better each time. And it seems like more, at first, I was thinking to myself, okay, it's more against the high-tier teams or the higher-tier teams in the UK scene where we've seen him be like, not just a difference maker, but shown a lot of improvements. But this time round, he's actually slowly keeping up with the rest of the players a little bit more each time round. Maybe because he's starting to mould more into this team and getting used to their style.
I think it's a similar thing that Jesus talked to us last week in his interview about Vexed, where Vexed, they don't scrim. The only time they play with each other is in Prem. You can say the exact same for Plebman. He's not on the main 5. He does not scrim with the main team. The only time he gets to play with players like me, Pierre Stiz, or LMs is here. His first week was his first time playing with them. Second week, second time. Third week, third time. And this has been his 4th time. You have to give him some credit for what he's doing. And hopefully, next week, they could potentially go straight to LAN. Then, hey, the guy's got a ticket.
That's right, and you know, some people will say, like, you know, you could be hiding in the shadows a little bit in terms of that, what's going on, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But we do have Meepy for an interview to see what he thinks of that last match. And how you doing, Meepy, again? How's things?
Hey guys, it's going good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad. We're just talking about your team and how well they've been playing in that previous game. And first question I was going to ask was your defensive side on that map. How was it such a, not just a considerable improvement, but how well you've actually been articulating it? Because it seems to be so strong and so clean compared to other teams we've seen on that map.
I think when it comes down to having a really solid defense, a lot of the time it's more about confidence about what you're doing, having confidence in your teammates that what they're going to do, what their role is, that they are capable of doing that. And the more confidence that you have in them, the more secure and safe you feel. So you generally get really good communications at those instances. So you know what's clear, you know what's not, you know what you can do. And we just like to take advantage of that.
And another question I want to ask as well, you played against M&M on Villa last time round. From what we've seen, including Challenger League as well, it's not one of their better maps. Are you expecting to have a similar result on a different map? But I suppose it depends as well, due to the fact that you could be hiding some strategies in the scene for the offline finals.
Well, yeah, I mean, we like to think that we can play every single map, so at least to a Pro League standard, or else we might be in a bit of trouble in in about a month's time, but hey.
Cheat.
But yeah, we feel like we can play pretty much every single map to a Pro League standard. Obviously, we have, you know, our favorite maps, our favorite bomb sites with our favorite strats. We keep those under wraps. Like I said last week, what we bring to Prem is more of the experimental stuff. We like to try new things, see how it goes, different lineups, just, you know, give everything a bit of a try.
No, I think that's a great way to see things, because if you experimented it in the Pro League, then, yeah, of course, you know, it could be 50-50, you know, if it's going to hit the fan, it would look too good. But at least you can experiment here in a tournament setting, so at least that way, if you do have it in the Pro League again, then you know it will work. And one final question as well is, how do you feel there's going to be another step further, or another step closer, going to the offline final?
I mean, hey, it's the whole reason why we're part of the tournament. It's why pretty much every team's here. Just get to the LAN event, do as well as we can, try and win the money, you know?
Well, congratulations anyway for another win on the board, Meepy, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice night.
Yeah, seemed pretty confident in that map just in general. He says they're all very confident players, but sometimes a lot of confidence can be due to like your gun skill. If you're not feeling like mentally drained or not feeling that great, then your gun skill can go out the window. And we did see that a couple of times with a couple of those players on Flylo.
Yeah, and that comes back to how you're feeling on the day. How do you put yourself in that right mindset? How long do you warm up for? Do you just hop on and play straight into the match, or do you play a couple of games of rank for 2 hours? Maybe not the best idea, because that can get you pretty tilted sometimes, which we've all experienced.
To be fair, I think, yeah, I'm probably mentally drained a lot of the time when I'm playing Siege if I'm basing it on my gun skill. But yeah, absolutely, it's just about getting yourself in that right mindset. Just everything you set up, being comfortable, you know, and just being able to really apply that mechanical skill that you've got.
Oh, confidence and being comfortable is the key.